Okay, so for the fourth KPI is days in accounts receivable. Okay, so what does that mean? I mean, days in accounts receivable basically means that how long does it take me to get paid from the time that I perform the service? So it's not, there's a bunch of factors that are involved in that, but the most important thing is how quickly do we get the claim out the door, and then how quickly do we get it paid? So this calculation is it's not a difficult calculation, and I'll give it to you kind of in two parts. So the first part would be that your numerator is going to consist of your last 3 months charges, and then what we'll do is that, and those are customary charges. Then we annualize those, so multiply them by four and then divide them by your ending accounts receivable. Okay, when you do that, you're going to, the answer there, the quotient is going to be your, it's going to be, that's going to be your AR turnover rate. So what that means is how many times during the year is your accounts receivable turning over. So you take that one further step is you take the number of days in the year, 365 days, divide that by the quotient, and your answer is going to give you the number of days in accounts receivable. So obviously, the shorter days in accounts receivable, the quicker you're getting paid, the better your cash flow is. So very important to monitor this month by month to see what kind of issues may be cropping up or what you're doing better. So a real simple example here of that calculation would be, let's just use very easy round numbers. Let's say that you have $1 million of charges each month. And let's also say that your open accounts receivable at the end at this period, the end of this period, is $1 million. So if we take your charges, $1 million a month for the last 3 months is 3 million. Annualize that, that's 12 million. We divide the 12 million into 1 million. The answer is 12, right? So that is your AR turnover rate, 12. So that means 12 times a year your AR turns over. Then you take that AR turnover rate, and you take your number of days, 365, divide it by your AR turnover rate of 12, and your answer is going to be 30 days. So basically you have 30 days in accounts receivable. That's good. A good healthy practice anywhere from typically 22, 23 to 35 days, and there are a lot of factors that drive this number up or down. It's really difficult to compare this statistic, this metric, practice to practice. It's very important. What's the specialty of your practice? You can't compare a primary care practice to a specialist practice. That just doesn't work. The numbers are not comparable. So also, what's the difference between maybe an inner city practice versus a practice out in the suburbs? If you're higher Medicaid population, Medicaid typically doesn't pay as quickly. You're going to have more days in accounts receivable. So all those factors really, are really important in the days in AR